Hello and welcome to Meridian News Now. I'm Camille McCombs.
And I'm Brandie Yates. Students were recently evacuated from Hazlitt High School.
And that's our top story. It didn't quite snow enough Sunday for local students to receive a snow day, but Hazlitt Middle School still managed to get a day off. Some work was being done on one of the power lines near the schools this morning. Apparently a line was hit in the process, causing the schools to lose power. School was dismissed for the rest of the day and bus transportation was provided for bus students, while non-bus students needed to be picked up.
An possible addition to Hazlitt Elementary School could expand their curriculum. At the December 1st Meridian Township Economic Development Committee Corporation meeting, there was a presentation requesting funds for a 3D printer. Representatives from the Hazlitt Education Foundation, the school board, and educators supported the effort. Hazlitt already has one 3D printer that is shaped and transported between Wilkshire Early Childhood Center and Murphy Elementary.
They teach a lot about perseverance and overcoming obstacles, and that's what this is all about. They're actually going to be taking this 3D printer apart, so the kids are learning wiring, circuitry, computer coding, which is a huge future job market there.
The request was for $1,800, which should cover the cost of the printer and the necessary training for teachers to use it. The Economic Development Committee will vote on this at their next meeting on January 8th.
The new Township Board was sworn into office on Friday, December 2nd. Their first meeting in December 6th. HOMTV's Tatiana Hemphill gets word from each new member.
Many said that this Township Board is a good group and will flourish to improve and continue the great path that previous Township Board members have created for Meridian Township.
The first thing would just become more familiar with my new colleagues on the board.
I'm looking forward to this new board we've got. We've got 4 new members and 3 existing members, and so we need to come together as a team and learn to work as a team to address the many issues, challenges, and also opportunities we have for the township.
And we need to work with our economic development people in keeping growth going in Meridian Township, but still having the types of businesses that are going to contribute to our community.
We have the people elected that are going to be able to work together to face the challenges for the township.
Before the township swearing-in ceremony, many gathered to take pictures and talk about how exciting the celebration was. With new Township Board Supervisor Steichup plans to help shorten the meetings and make them more efficiently organized to get things done.
At the beginning of my term, I want to take charge of the meetings and get them running efficiently. We want to make sure that we take care of our pension liability issue, and we also want to make sure that we protect this wonderful township.
Making Meridian Township the kind of place we all like to live in.
I'm here at the municipal building where our new Township Board members were just sworn in. After speaking with every new member, they all seem to look forward to bringing new beginnings to the township, and they want to continue the great path that the Township Board is on.
And from the new Township Board to the new Park Commission. The Honorable Thomas P. Boyd not only conducted the swearing-in ceremony for the Township Board, but also for the new Park Commissioners as well. Not everyone elected attended the ceremony. However, those who did not attend will be sworn in later.
I'm looking forward to being someone who communicates a lot about what Meridian Township has to offer in terms of new parks and new opportunities.
Refreshments of cake, cookies, and punch were served at the ceremony. Many say they enjoyed the ceremony, while new commissioners thanked their friends, family, and voters.
A training session was recently conducted in Ferguson Park as a precaution in protecting the environment. Earlier this year, the Red Cedar River was identified as a high consequence area if a release of any refined product were to occur in the body of water. Wolverine Pipeline Company hosts 2 of these training sessions each year at different locations, which coordinate with their emergency response plan. The company's response team practiced containing an oil spill with what they call a boom deployment right at Ferguson Park.
What that does is any product that would be released or a potential release into a water stream would float on top of the water, and the boom would act as a safeguard to prevent it from flowing any further than it needs to go.
This threat to pipelines or digging projects that have not been authorized. Dialing 811 before you begin a digging project could be the difference in preventing a product release and protecting the environment.
The Meridian Garden Club invites the public to remember a loved one by purchasing an engraved brick to be installed in the walkway of the Planet Pink Garden located in the historical village of Meridian Township. This garden is being developed to raise awareness of breast cancer and to provide a serene garden space for the community. By visiting their website, you can find the engraved brick order form and instructions of engraving information that you want to write on the brick. The cost of a 4x8-inch engraved brick is $75. Proceeds will support the maintenance of the Planet Pink Garden.
In addition to something to honor breast cancer survivors and people who have died, we also want it to be a serene, reflective place for the community at large.
The groundbreaking for the Planet Pink Garden took place during Breast Cancer Awareness Month, October 2016. The dedication of the completed garden is planned for October 2017. And coming up, we'll take a look at winter driving safety and how you can manage heating costs this winter.
And we'll also tell you how to protect your furry friend during the winter months. That's after the break on Meridian News Now, your source for community news.
Our police, fire, and public safety organizations are an important part of our daily lives. See how they serve and protect by watching Beyond the Badge on HOMTV.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How could you not love him?
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Whether it's in the senior center or out in the community, senior living helps older adults get the most out of Ingham County. Watch Senior Living on HOMTV.
Welcome back. Salting the roads is essential to the winter weather, and with the recent light snowfall, HOMTV's Jasmine Watts speaks to the Ingham County Road Department about how they are preparing for the season.
We're pretty much ready to go.
Although we haven't gotten much winter weather, the Ingham County Road Department is prepared for the weather to come.
Typically fairly light in November and December, but obviously as we get further into winter, there'll be a little bit more.
Some road commissions buy salt trucks, but in Ingham County, we build our own. We convert dump trucks by buying the pieces of a snowplow and assembling them. The new trucks have a side wing plow to help pave the typically wide roads of subdivisions and primary roads.
And what we're doing right now is preparing for winter maintenance, putting the salt and sand boxes in the trucks.
Salting the roads is important to winter safety, and salt trucks get the job done efficiently.
We're all filled up with salt, and we're just waiting to react to the weather when it comes.
And even in the early season, the road department is working.
In the early season here, we typically have freezing conditions that may occur, and we salt for that. We have night shift on. In the Meridian area, there's a night shift person on, and they salt as necessary.
They also work to fix potholes and essentially building our salt trucks from scratch.
Any patching that needs to be done, they do, but potholes are more of an issue in the late winter, early spring. So really what they're doing at this point is just getting the equipment converted over, and they keep busy doing tree work.
In Mason, Jasmine Watts, Home TV.
Now that winter is upon us, AAA has some tips for driving in the snow. As temperatures drop, remember to keep your gas tank at least half full. If possible, avoid using your parking brake in cold, rainy, and snowy weather. Do not use cruise control when driving on slippery surfaces. Accelerate and decelerate slowly. Drive slowly. Everything takes longer in the snow-covered roads. Accelerating, stopping, turning. Nothing happens quickly, as on dry pavement. And finally, do not stop if you can avoid it.
And now that we've reached that time of the year where we use more natural gas in our home, you may be wondering on how to keep your heating costs low. Consumers Energy advises customers to take some efficiency steps to help save money during the cold months. Making sure to get your furnace serviced once a year will make sure it's working properly and save you from paying more money than you need to heat your home. Take care of any drafts you have in your home to help keep the warm air in, and make sure nothing is blocking your air vents so the warm air can circulate through your home. Consumers Energy explained drastic changes don't have to be made just so you can save money.
But sometimes it's really those simple little things that if you do enough of them, it can add up. We see lots of situations where people take those energy efficiency steps. They can save they can reduce their bills by 10% or even 20%.
And if you're unsure of which efficiency steps need to be taken in your home, contact your energy provider. Providers such as Consumers can do a walkthrough of your home to help guide you in the right direction.
With the cold weather in the air, Home TV's Gabriella Galloway tells us how we can keep our pets safe. Let's take a look.
With the winter season upon us, it is important to keep your pets safe as the temperatures continue to drop.
One of the things that people need to consider is even though dogs and cats do have fur, they are still susceptible to extreme cold temperatures.
These cold temperatures can be more harmful than you might think. The winter weather can cause your pets to get frostbite and hypothermia, so be sure to keep them safe and warm during this time. If you do have your pet outdoors, frequently check their food and water. With the extreme temperatures, the water is likely to freeze.
People say, oh, they'll eat snow. No, they won't. They won't be able to get enough hydration, and eating snow will lower their body temperature. So you need to check your animal's water multiple times a day, or better yet, get them a heated water bowl.
In addition to providing sufficient amounts of food and water, you must also be sure your pet has a shelter that will protect them.
If you're going to keep your pets outside, you need to have an insulated house for them, and it needs to be appropriately sized to their bodies.
The Ingham County Animal Shelter gives away dog houses if you are in need, along with hay to fully insulate the home. If you suspect an animal is being mistreated, you can help.
They can call the Ingham County Animal Control. Animal Control has officers that will come out and investigate those complaints and see whether or not the pet is being properly cared for or not.
If you see an animal that doesn't have adequate protection from the cold or any other problem with them, call our animal cruelty tip line.
In Mason, Gabriella Galloway, Home TV.
The Ingham County Animal Cruelty Tip Line is anonymous, and witnesses can be very helpful when it comes to building a case. If there's an emergency and the shelter is closed, then you should contact your local law enforcement.
And the holiday season is well upon us, and for many people it means it's time for Christmas trees. A lot of people still hold on to the tradition and go out every year to buy a real tree. Companies like Watson's Tree Farm are helping the community just by putting aside tree parts.
No, it's pretty good. We have a lot of boughs, branches from our trees that we usually just stack up, and then a group of women, some kind of women's organization, comes and grabs all the boughs, and then they make centerpieces and swags.
The ladies from the Epsilon Sigma Alpha then auction off the pieces and use the proceeds to donate to St. Jude's Hospital for Children. Still ahead, local children get the chance to shop with a cop, and Tuesday is known as Giving Tuesday.
And the Meridian Township Farmers Market moves indoors. When we come back to Meridian News Now, your your source for community news. Was it good? Yeah.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent. We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness. I am a witness. I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
Welcome back. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Giving Tuesday? Yes, that's right, Giving Tuesday. It's a day meant to give back to the community no matter how big or small. This year, 98 countries participated in the Giving Tuesday. The Haven House in East Lansing is one of the many local recipients of this global event.
We see a lot of new donors typically on a Giving Tuesday and around the holidays. People say, where's a good cause to donate my money? And Haven House comes up. But we also see people coming into the shelter doing things like cooking dinner, working in our office, working on projects. So both of those things are really helpful.
Accepting donations of all sizes, the day is meant for giving continues to help. Local organizations, food, clothing, and so much more are always appreciated at the Haven House and others like it. Although Giving Tuesday has passed, you are still able to donate to organizations within your community.
Local law enforcement filled the parking lot of Walmart on Saturday for a special cause. HOMTV's Gabriella Galloway takes us there.
Cops from every station in the county were out Saturday morning, all for a good cause. With the holiday season in the air, these cops work every year to give back to the children of the community with Shop with a Cop.
This is our 13th year. The idea behind it was to pair up police officers with kids who have either a financial or an emotional need.
This year's event had 102 kids. They each get $100 to spend however they'd like, along with getting the chance to tell Santa what they want.
He wanted his reindeer bells on his reindeer.
From board games to skateboards, kids bought things for themselves as well as gifts for their families. Not only was this year's event fully funded, but next year's is as well.
It's fundraisers that go on all year to raise money for this event.
Shop with a Cop is funded through their charity summer golf outing, private community donations, and even donations directly from the cops themselves.
We're actually working on the third year out now for Shop with a Cop, which is great. We've never had this problem before. It's not a problem, it's a blessing, really. I think this shows the community that law enforcement is good. They're here to help protect and serve. In addition, these officers are donating their time today. Very few of them are actually on duty being paid. They're here on their day off, away from their own families, to try to make an impact and influence in these kids' lives.
In Lansing, Gabriella Galloway, HOMTV.
And while many enjoyed shopping with the Cop this year, Meridian Township residents also were shopping this past Saturday for Native artwork. The Nokomis Learning Center hosted an event that allowed local Native tribe members a chance to showcase and sell their artwork. It offered the community the chance to purpose handcrafted pieces and get closer to the Native American neighbors.
We do have a few items from the Southwest Indian communities, and what it shows to the community is the history that existed prior to when this community was born.
The Nokomis Learning Center is a nonprofit Native American Culture Learning Center located in the township and is dedicated to the preservation and presentation of Ambush Native American culture.
Also this past weekend, the annual Winter Farmers Market, they moved back indoors to the Meridian Mall. Right in time for the holiday, shoppers looking for a great buy and vendors looking to make a sale were all at the market. New and returning vendors displayed a variety of products. The market will be open on the first and third Saturday of each month until April.
Homemade and homegrown. We have meats, cheeses, produce, stored produce, and fresh greens. Eggs, we have lots of baked goods, we have coffee, some holiday floral arrangements, a wide variety of different products you can come and shop local for.
26 different vendors were stationed at the first Winter Farmers Market of the season. Coming up, a look at sports with HOMTV's Sydney Robinson.
What highlights do you have for us this week, Sydney?
Thanks, guys. Winter sports are here and in full effect. The Okemos girls basketball team played Hazlitt in a game that came down to a matter of seconds. Also, the Okemos boys basketball team have made their mark early this season, being named celebrities. We're going to take a look into all this when we come back to Meridian News Now, your source for community news.
Get your head in the game with HOMTV's All Access Sports. All Access Sports is there to bring you news on high school, college, and professional teams in the area. Watch each week to catch game highlights, exclusive interviews with athletes and coaches, and in-depth player stories. Stay on the ball with All Access Sports only on HOMTV.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
I pledge. I pledge.
I pledge
to do my part by scooping up after my dog to have a greener Meridian.
To help lessen the spread of disease.
to reduce the 4.4 million pounds of dog poo on the ground each year.
To stop dog waste from being the third leading contributor of water pollution.
I pledge to do my part. Do you?
Pledge to clean up after your dog for a cleaner Meridian.
Welcome back. A crosstown rivalry took the basketball court Friday night. Okemos girls basketball and Hazlitt faced off in what would later come down to a matter of seconds. Hazlitt, who had a steady lead going into the halftime, led the Chieftains to only 19 points. Leah Hartman rushes down the court and then turns over the ball to Hazlitt's Sydney Dennis. She'll take it full court and settle for the easy jumper. Hazlitt will take over yet again. This time Ella McKinney will take the layup. And with 1:34 left in the fourth quarter will give Hazlitt the lead by 1 point.
Well, when we first came in, we're excited, we're happy, but letting the players know that there's still a lot of things that we need to work on. Being down by 9, not allowing that to happen. However, their fight and they're just, I don't know, their confidence, they're wanting to win it. It didn't ever show. It didn't ever show that they were they were down 9 or they were defeated. They really just came together. It was an excellent team win. Yeah.
Freshman standout Jasmine Clerkley would take the layup and Okemos would take a strong hold to their 1-point lead, winning the game with the final score of 35-34 and a 2-0 record. Basketball is at an all-time high for the boys at Okemos High School right now as they become celebrities in their own school. I went to the high school to talk to the team for this special time. Take a look.
The season has just started out and the Okemos boys basketball teams have started things out on a great kick.
Winter is here and the Okemos High School boys basketball team has started their season out as celebrities. Chocolate milk mustache celebrities, that is. The team has been named one of the United Dairy Industries of Michigan's chocolate milk nature sports drink grant recipients.
This winter, over 80 Michigan high school sports teams were awarded funds to purchase and provide low-fat or fat-free chocolate milk to help the student athletes get the nutrition they need after practice games and competitions.
We felt very fortunate that we were able to receive this grant from the United Dairy Industry of Michigan, and we always talk to our players about being able to just eat healthy and put nutritious things into their bodies. So to be able to have the finances and the money this year to provide them with a nutritious beverage after practices, after games, after lifting sessions, we feel very fortunate to be able to do that this year.
Chocolate milk is one of the best choices that students can make at home or in school.
I thought it was actually kind of great, just to get a little bit of promotion for Got Milk and for Okemos High School, just getting our name out there. I thought it was great. Give us a little energy for the season, and I think that'll boost our spirits a little bit, boost our confidence, and give us the energy that we need to go out and get a good season.
It is natural and nutrient rich, which is an excellent source of calcium, potassium, protein, vitamin A, and more.
I wasn't expecting it, but it was a good surprise, and it does pump us up for the season a little more. It gets us excited. It gets our name out there so that teams want to come play us and play us hard and not just kind of look over us.
The team will also receive posters of their chocolate milk mustache celebrity photos to display around town.
We're excited for the kids that they get to be out there and get their name on a poster and get recognized in the community. Not only our varsity kids, but even our younger level kids. It's an exciting opportunity for them. So we're just looking forward to the season. We're hoping that this is something that not only will be continued this year through the grant, but something that we'll be able to provide for them throughout future years and future seasons.
The boys were already excited for the start of the season in the first place, and this only amps up the energy for the many games to come. In Okemos, Sydney Robinson, HOMTV.
Make sure you're on the lookout for the Okemos boys basketball team as they start their season off with a bang. That's all for sports this week. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Sydney. Now we take a look at this week's Pet of the Week from the Capital Area Humane Society and Animal Control and Shelter.
This week we had Asia and Goldie, and for more information about these pets and where to adopt them can be found on our HOMTV Facebook page. And that's all we have from Meridian News Now this week. You can always stay up to date with Township News at HOMTV.net or following us on Facebook and Twitter. I'm Camille McCombs.
And I'm Brandie Yates. Thanks for watching.